Getting so fucking tired of being forced to pay for CBC to fucking show for fucking Clinton. And I mean, no wonder. If you look at CBC and pay attention to the fucking people that run that place, holy fucking feminism central there. Wow, Jesus fucking Christ. And collectivists and feminists dominate that fucking place. I can't even imagine what the atmosphere must be like to work in it. Oh, thank God I have nothing to do with it. But I love pointing out their bullshit. Headline analysis. By linking Trump with hate groups, Clinton spotlights the alt-right. So, alternative right? That's the new catchphrase today. And how they're going to paint that picture, right? I love it when they go to that. That's why they tried forever after the whole World War II thing. They tried so desperate to paint the socialists, the National Socialists of Nazis. Yeah, National Socialism. News alert for all you young idiots that went through fucking school and grew up in socialist Canada or even some parts of the United States. Yeah, you were taught complete and utter bullshit. And you can actually go out, thanks to the internet, the age of information, you can go out and fucking prove to yourself, yeah, oh my God, they lied to me all along. But see, that's the thing. You don't want to hold up a mirror, right? Because the socialists, the collectivists, don't want to hold up a mirror and say, oh, look, it's us. So they always tried to paint National Socialism in Germany or Mussolini in Italy as right-wingers. Meanwhile, everything about them from the time they were children throughout their whole growing up, the teenage years, or into their adulthood, everything about them was socialism. And then all of a sudden, boom, now they're right-wingers, right? But that's how they try to paint, because they know the dangers. But what they're really trying to say, let me help better explain things to you, okay? So when collectivists, communists, socialists, fascists, when those who like to steal and plunder from the producers or the hardworking people that actually get things done and create all of the things that you currently enjoy, once you get to that precipice where the scale is either broken or the balance is way off, and now the producers and all those that create all those things have been fucked with enough. Those are the people like the conservatives per se, or that's the thing, because the people today, they don't know which way to turn, but the people predominantly that are fiscally conservative and take care of business and don't fucking look to spend other people's money, supposedly, right? The genuine conservatives, I should say, is once they've had enough of the collectivist bullshit and they're tired of being dictated and controlled and manipulated and plundered, they will rise up against them. And this has happened historically in every fucking country you can think of. People just get tired of being robbed. Imagine that. And I mean, you can paint that in with a broad brush of right wing or left wing or whatever wing you want to call it, or using your brain, the left side of your brain or the right. No matter which way you try to look at, yes, there always comes a point where people they just become just like in a family setting. If you were the one that was fucking doing all the hard work and everyone else was sitting around just fucking living off your hard work, at some stage of the game, you're going to say, fuck this shit. Get the fuck off my goddamn coattails, you bunch of fucking lazy parasites. I'm not doing it anymore. But alt-right, this is what we're talking about, is what the conservatives from the boomer generation, and that's really what we're talking about, the old neocons, the hacks, yeah, they're cozied up. They're not conservatives. They're not limited government people. Republicans are in Canada, the conservatives. But see, they even call themselves progressive conservatives or even harbor conservatives. But yes, because they love government and they love fucking stealing, using that system to their own advantage, alt-right, what it really means is, yeah, we're sick of all the establishment. Alt-right means, yeah, you're not actual conservatives, so we're going to create and show that, yeah, we aren't part of your system, right? And why you think, of course, fucking the alt-rights, if they look out in the political stage in the U.S., well, yeah, of course you're not going to go with and support anyone that's even close to the establishment. And Donald Trump's the only one that people can look at. And like I say, this is not a defense of fucking Trump. I don't believe in politics. It's all bullshit. It's all a big dog and pony show. But if you look at those people, well, of course they're looking at Trump. Was he ever a politician? No. So to them, he's the only one. And you look at that big stage with all the piles of shit of politicians. He's the only one that stands out as, look, he's not a fucking career politician. He's not part of the system. So, of course, they're going to go that way. And by trying to paint these people as white nationalists, and I mean, what's a white nationalist? That's like saying a father that didn't want to bring, a whole different, people in his community all under the same roof or whatever, and he couldn't afford to pay for them. Well, you could say, Dad's a fucking isolationist because he doesn't want to help take care of everyone else. Well, no, really what it is, this white nationalism, no, it's not white nationalism, but yeah, because they have to live in their farm, they're wage slaves in the tax farm of the United States. What they're saying is, okay, this is the fucking plantation we're stuck on, so I guess considering we're forced, this is our plantation, this is where the nationalism thing plays in, right? Since this is our plantation, yeah, we're no longer letting other people come into the plantation to keep forcing us to fucking race downwards where we got to be even fucking better slaves to the ruling class. That's really what you're talking about. They don't want to be good little slaves no more. They were okay. They were even putting up and accepting the fact that, okay, we're fucking slaves in this shithole, but at least we have at least some freedoms. At least our masters allow us a fair amount of autonomous behavior and a live, let live kind of situation, right? That's the relationship between master and slave in the U.S. or Canada, for the most part, especially after World War II and stuff, was, okay, let's live and let live. There's a lot of shit. We got now the younger generations, the older baby boomers that went into academia and government and corporations, they have turned into what they hated. So the alt-right are the people, the younger generations, people like Milo and all those that are saying, fuck all that shit. Fuck all that shit. Yeah, I don't want nothing to do with you. You guys have become part of the system now. So now we got to fucking create our own fucking shit, which is great. So yeah, don't show solidarity with any of these old fucks or these neocons or these fucking establishment fucks, and let them paint this shit as much. Let Hillary go on, because I mean, look who's talking. This is literally the like, hello, if there was someone who's going to be a great representative for the establishment, holy shit, a Clinton? How more establishment can you get? So the fact that she's trying to paint the alt-right as white nationalists and racist and like fucking Heil Hitler bullshit. Fuck off, Hillary. You're Hillary. You're the ones. What are the alt-right doing? Are they in any... Look. Are any alt-rights in positions of authority or power? No, of course not. The establishment is. They're fighting against the establishment. So you're trying to say, oh, no, we don't like competition, which is what collectivists, which is what piece of shit parasites like fucking Clinton do. They couldn't work in a natural competitive environment, which is why they go into government, right? Losers go into government. The people that know how to do shit and get things done, they go into the private sector because they're willing to walk that tightrope, right? They have the balls and courage to do so. Those that can't, go to government. But to try to paint the alt-right, I mean, look at the people that are in alt-right. Go ahead, take it upon yourself. And like I say, I don't believe in politics. And this reporter, Matt Kwong from the CBC, like, what the fuck would Matt Kwong know from CBC, a reporter for CBC? What the hell how many of the fucking people that he's railing against would he know, even in his personal life, that he would have any genuine understanding of what these people are talking about, what they support, what they promote, right? Jesus, of course, nothing at all. Even to conventional conservatives, the alt-right has existed for years as an obscure political subculture shrouded in racist. Oh man, they love doing that stuff, right? That's the only way they work, man. That's the only way they work. It's just sad because in the age of information, they're losing their power because they keep pounding away at the same rhetoric, and they fail to even revamp the rhetoric. Failing models, just failures. On Thursday, however, Democratic presidential candidate Hillary Clinton sought to lay bare the white nationalist movement in her terms, holding it up as a mirror to extremist forces backing Donald Trump. If you're anti-establishment, you're an extremist. Of course. Of course you are. How could you not be? Just like in any fucking place, if it's considered a coup or overthrowing the government or overthrowing your dictator. If you're not part of the dictators, you're considered extremists. Hey, terrorists even, right? Right? Of course. That is always the fucking goddamn divide, is if you're part of the establishment, the cronies, part of the government, anyone that's your opponents, yes, of course you have to paint them as the worst of the worst. Only makes sense, right? But it doesn't mean that it's true. It's just rhetoric to make people more confused, more confounded as to the reality of the world that surrounds them. The reflection was ugly, and it was one that Clinton contends shares a disturbing likeness with the emergent racist ideology that has emboldened her Republican opponent. There's no racist ideology. The only thing that's happened is you fuckers are creating the mess. You're stirring up the hornet's nest. And like I said before this, where was racism before all this great divide happened? It barely existed. But now, well, where's it coming about? Why is it coming about? Well, look at the media. Look at the politicians. They're the ones that stir the pot. They're the ones that create all the hornet's nest. Donald Trump has built his campaign on prejudice and paranoia. He is taking hate groups mainstream and helping a radical fringe take over the Republican Party, Clinton told an audience in Reno. Yeah, of course. Get rid of the establishment. That's the only way. You have to. If you're going to change anything, real change means, you got to kick out the old and bring in the new. Duh. That's actually how change works, right? Clinton took on the anti-immigration doctrine that is, until recently, largely seething in dark corners of the right-wing internet on blogs and web forums such as the Daily Stormer and 4chan. Energized alt-right voices, she warned, are finding a home with Trump. This is not conservatism as we know it. Well, no, it's not. Because the conservatism that the cronies, the corporatists, that the establishment is just, one side of the same coin, right? They're all fucking control freaks and authoritarians, and they hate anyone to challenge their authority. They're like, respect my authority, right? Now, fuck you. These are racist ideas, race-baiting ideas, anti-Muslim, anti-immigration, anti-woman, of course not. Trump, anti-woman. Trump daughter's wife, right? How could you be anti... like I say, the rhetoric, it's failing. Propaganda was easy for the lefties, for the collectivists for so long because they got to control and dominate the narrative. But in the modern information age, they can't. And it kills them. It pisses them off to no degree that they can't control the narrative anymore. If you've seen the article, it was even done in the New York Times, but some of these sites like Breitbart News and all these places that they have just as much reach, if not more, than like CNN, Fox News. So, like I said, all the establishment media, the propagandists, the politicians, the pundits, they're seeing that they're being challenged daily, and their voices are being relegated to obscurity, and they hate it. They despise it. They hate to lose control. Control freaks hate to lose control. Reality check. It was a remarkable comment about the noxious levels of discourse that has set Trump apart from any presidential nominee ever to represent a major U.S. party. Like nothing we've ever heard before, as Clinton put it. So once again, I'm not going to finish this article. If you want, like I always do, I'll post this in the description underneath the video. I'll give you a heads up in this video. It's CBC News. By linking Trump with hate groups, Clinton spotlights the alt-right. So if you want to search that up, put that in a search string in Google, the article will come up for you. If you want to finish reading it, by means, go ahead. But like I say, I found it was important that we have to start talking about this stuff and pointing out the blatant hypocrisy and bullshit rhetoric coming from these old establishment hacks. Don't listen to their bullshit. Even if you're younger, forget about, and if you want to have a female president someday or whatever, have a female master, the time will come where that will happen if you want. I hope to get rid of that whole premise of having masters, but those that want to have a female masters, hey, practice due diligence, do your best, make that happen. But you can at least, if you're going to try and have a female leader, don't you want someone that leads by example of being moral and properly objective and understanding, compassionate, genuinely? Not a control freak and a sociopath like Hillary Clinton. Not part of the establishment that has actually caused the increased demise over the last 3 or 4 decades, right? You got to do better than that. Or you should at least aspire to do better than that. It's Canadian Libertarian. I love liberty.